Welcome to action here in Eastern Kentucky, as you just saw Paige Griner with an attack and a kill off of Armitage. Armitage with the pass. Rachel Mueller with the attack. It's blocked by Griner. Now Gepford on the swing, and she gets a kill down the middle. 2-0 North Alabama. North Alabama taking on the host school, Eastern Kentucky, in this ASUN Conference clash, as this is the North version of the ASUN tournament. Gepford with the serve, floats it to Mueller. Mueller on the pass, and on the option by Gabby Armitage with the kill there. So 2-1. Rachel Mueller's number 25. Gabby Armitage is number 22 for Eastern Kentucky. They're in white closest to us. On the far side, we got number 4, Ryan Gepford. Number 2, Paige Griner. Armitage jump serve. Pass there by Griner. Now Griner is going to attack. She knuckles it short. Mueller there. Then the short knuckle. Gepford takes it. Now Gepford attacks. She swings middle, gets the kill. 3-1 advantage, Northern Alabama. Yesterday we had a nice day in between raindrops. Today it's raining to start the day. Griner with the serve. She goes line, and it hits the line for an ace. Excellent serve there by the freshman from Nashville. Griner now with the serve. Goes middle this time. Mueller plays it. Now Mueller on the attack. She goes around the block of Gepford, dug by Griner. Now Griner's going to attack. She goes down the line again. Hits the line for a kill. 5-1 advantage, North Alabama. Griner will serve. This is for the side switch. She goes toward Mueller. Mueller with the pass. Armitage with the Gepford with the swing. She goes after 2 tries. Blocked the first one by Armitage. The second one she attacks. Gets it over Armitage for a kill. 6-1 advantage, North Alabama. On the side switch, Griner still serving. Griner floats it seam. That's an ace right down the middle. That husband and wife serve as a little miscommunication between Eastern Kentucky. 7-1 North Alabama. Griner serves again. Short serve. Mueller with the pass. Now she attacks. She rolls it, but Gepford's there. Partially got the block, and then a knuckle for the kill by Griner. 8-1 North Alabama. Griner back to serve once more. And this one she mishits a little bit, goes wide, so 8-2 advantage, North Alabama. Rachel Mueller to serve for the Colonels. Tough serve. Griner's there with a nice pass. Now she attacks, and she rolls it outside the boundary for a point for Eastern Kentucky. 8-3 North Alabama. Mueller serving again. Flat floating serve. Griner with the pass. Gepford options it. Mueller's there on the dig. Now Mueller up. Mueller swings down the line. Gepford one-arm dig. Now Gepford rolls the short one, but it's right there for Mueller, and the option over on the dig is a kill. So 8-4 North Alabama. Great play by Mueller to notice there was an opening in the court. Mueller serving again. Floats it. Griner there on the pass. Gepford tracks it down. Now Griner swings line and hits it. So 9-4 advantage. North Alabama. Gepford back to serve. Gepford floats this one deep corner. Mueller with the nice pass. Now she's going to attack at the pin. She goes down the line and gets it in the corner. So on the side switch, it's 9-5 advantage, North Alabama. Nice placement by Mueller. Starting to rain a little harder now. The good news is at least it's not cold. All right, serving is Gabby Armitage. Gabby with the jump serve and hits it into the net. So 10-5 advantage, North Alabama. Griner back to serve. Griner serves this one. On the option shot is Armitage. Griner with the dig, gets it over. Now Armitage with the attack, knuckles it over the top of Gepford for a kill. So 10-6, North Alabama. Serving, Rachel Mueller. Mueller's floating serve right there to Griner. Now Griner's going to attack. And she goes over the top of Armitage in the corner, gets the kill. 11-6 advantage, North Alabama. Gepford serving. Floating serve to Mueller. Mueller's going to attack. She rolls it line, Gepford overhead dig, but it continues to get over. Now on the option is Mueller, but Gepford's there. Now Gepford attacks, dig by Mueller. Mueller with the swing, and that's a kill off of Griner. 11-7, nice swing there by Mueller. And it'll be Armitage to serve. Gabby's jump serve played by Griner. Now Griner's going to attack. Big swing, and it's just wide. 11-8. Eastern Kentucky trails serving here. Float serve to Griner. Now Griner's in the middle. And it's going to be a kill off of Armitage. She tried to do an overhead dig, but Griner got it just hard enough. 12-8. This is served for the side switch and technical timeout. Serving. Griner. Floating serve to Mueller. Mueller's going to attack out by the pin, and she cuts it. Nice cut shot. Gets it in the corner for a 12-9. Score as we head into the technical timeout. North Alabama up as they do the timeout and switch sides. Looking over on the fours pair, North Alabama at the technical up 11-10. They're in the same place at the technical. And then on the six pairs in the exhibition, it's 11-10 there, but it is Eastern Kentucky. So three pretty close matches going on right now. This is the first set. Yesterday it rained all night and then rained most of the morning, but when North Alabama got to play, the rain had stopped. The sun came out and it warmed up and it was beautiful. Then last night it started raining again, pretty much rained all night, still raining. Supposed to get a break, the rain for a couple hours later this morning, but like I said, at least it's not cold right now. And it's not pouring, it's just a steady rain. Yesterday, North Alabama took on Austin Peay as well as Central Arkansas, victorious in both team-wise. Yesterday, Gepford and Griner played against Austin P and were victorious, and then they switched partners and played with a couple other ladies, and both of them were victorious in those matches. Now they're back together for this one this morning. It's 12-9, North Alabama. Serving Mueller. Flat floating serve, nice pass by Griner. Now Griner attacks, big swing, nice dig there by Mueller. Now Mueller attacks middle and hits the net. So good, strong offense by Page to keep that ball and get Eastern Kentucky out of system. Gepford serving. Goes center. Armitage with it, but she overpasses it. Now Gepford on the option, goes center for a kill. I don't think, just looking at her reaction, I don't think that's what she meant to do, but it was effective as she went seam. So 14-9 advantage, North Alabama. Gepford will serve. Gepford serve, tough, gets in on Mueller, but she plays it well. Now she knuckles it, but it's blocked by Griner. Griner with a good block there. So 15-9 North Alabama. Gepford back to serve. Goes center. Mueller there with the pass. Now she's attacking middle. She knuckles it, gets it over the block this time. So 15-10. That's a kill for Mueller. Serving. Gabby Armitage. Floating serve to Griner. Gepford overhand set by the pin. And that's a big swing, but is dug well by Armitage. Now a short knuckle right there is Griner for the dig. She put it up close to the net. Gepford options it with the knuckle to the open area. 16-10. Once again set up by big swing by Griner just to get Eastern Kentucky out of system. Griner's floating serve hits the top of the net, so service error and point going to Eastern Kentucky. 16-11. Serving Mueller. Floating serve to Griner. Gepford with the hand set. Page's attack in the boundary, on the boundary for a kill. So 17-11 on that side switch. North Alabama with the lead. Gepford will serve. Floats a seam, got that kill, and as you can see, both Armitage and Mueller, they kind of parted, then they looked at each other and didn't really move much. So 18-11, seam serve, that's an ace. Now Armitage scoots over, and Gepford goes really short, but Mueller's there. Mueller now knuckles it deep. Griner with the dig. Gepford tries to keep it alive with the one arm, but can't do it. So it's 18-12. Eastern Kentucky now to serve. Armitage with the floating serve. Griner passes it. Now Gepford has to send the ball to Griner from a long ways away, and that's a tough ball to hit coming from behind you. And end result, out of system, attack error. 18-13. This serve, just like we saw Eastern Kentucky part ways a few serves earlier, it's exactly what happened there as Gepford and Griner looked at each other and let that ball land right in the seam. So that's an ace serve for Armitage, 18-14. This time they serve it to Gepford. Gepford's going to attack, and she knuckles it right over the block for a kill, 19-14. Starts with the good pass. Griner will be serving, and it's definitely raining harder now. Griner will serve. Floating serve to Mueller. Mueller's attacking now. And she gets it around the block of Gepford. 19-15. Mueller will serve. Mueller floats this one, hits the net, but it's played by Griner. Now Griner attacks, and she cuts it short. That's a kill in front of Mueller. 20-15 on the side switch. North Alabama advantage, and they will be serving. Looking over on the Forest pair, Holbrook and Benez for North Alabama up in that first set, 19-14. Gepford floats it toward the middle. Mueller plays it. Then the option attack in the corner is Armitage with that kill. So 20-16 serving will be Armitage. Floating serve. Griner with it. Now Gepford with the bump set. Running short. Nice job just to keep that alive by both Armitage and Mueller. Now Griner with the attack. She rolls it line. Good diving play by Armitage. Now she's up. She rolls it right there. Gepford options, but right there's Mueller for the kill, or for the attack. Now Mueller in the middle gets the kill in the seam. 20-17. Some really good defense there by Armitage and Miller of Eastern Kentucky. A couple times I thought the set was over. Armitage to serve. Deep serve. Griner now will attack. She goes C. Miller with the attack. Now she knuckles at Gepford's there. Gepford on the attack. And she goes line, gets it. That's a winner. 21-17. North Alabama takes the first set.
Good job, girl!
And it's going to be 20-16 right now. North Alabama up in the Forest pair. Six is not sure who won that one. I missed the final. But they are all three teams are in between sets, as North Alabama did take the Forest pair as well. They took it 21-16. So as I said earlier, yesterday North Alabama victorious over Austin Peay team-wise, as well as victorious individually on this twos pair. And then they took care of Central Arkansas as well, 5-0. So everybody won in that matchup. Rain's coming down pretty steadily, as it is all over kind of the Midwest. Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, Arkansas, North Alabama, all of those areas being affected by a lot of rain. All right, we'll be starting momentarily. Set one went to North Alabama. Gepford and Griner. Be starting here shortly. Ryan Gepford for North Alabama comes from Butler, Missouri, town of about 4,000 people. And then Paige Griner comes from Nashville, Tennessee. She's a freshman. Gepford is a senior. Actually, Gepford is a graduate student. She's working on her master's. All right, back out on the court. Gepford will serve first for North Alabama. Gepford floats it toward the middle, played by Armitage. Now she attacks. Big swing, hits the net, but it lands in the boundary. 1-0 Eastern Kentucky. That was Sarah Larkin Lewis with the dance. Deep serve played by Griner. Griner's at the pin. She knuckles it short, and that's a kill in front of Miller. 1-1. Griner with the serve. Tough serve, but played there by Mueller. Mueller rolls it, partially blocked by Gepford, so 2-1. Armitage to serve. Tough serve, hits the net, got over, but luckily for North Alabama, it fell over out of bounds. And honestly, I don't know how it went out of bounds, but it did. It hit well inside the out of bounds marker, but it kind of jumped sideways. All right, it's 2-2. Mueller with the knuckle. She goes jumbo over everybody. That's a kill, 3-2. Serving is Mueller. Going to Griner. Griner with a good pass. Now she's attacking at the pin. She rolls it deep in the corner for a kill, 3-3. Griner will serve for the side switch. Her serve hits the net, but Mueller's there. Now Mueller attacks, and it's blocked by Gepford. Now Gepford gives a nice pass to Griner, who options it for the kill in the corner and the advantage, 4-3 on the side switch. Serving is Griner. Floats at seam. Nice job just to play that by Miller. Now Gepford on the dig. Gepford rolls it. Armitage with the dig. Armitage now will attack. She swings, gets the cross-court winner, 4-4. Nice play by Gabby Armitage. Armitage serving now, tied at fours. Flat floating serve, played by Griner. Now Griner's in the middle, knuckles it short, Armitage there. Now Armitage attacks. She knuckles it short in front of everybody. 5-4, advantage Eastern Kentucky. Armitage serves, goes line, and she hits the line, so 6-4. Nice serve there, the ace for Armitage. Armitage floats this one. That one hits the top of the net, so 6-5. Point for North Alabama. They trail by 1, but Griner will serve. Actually, Gepford will serve. Floats it. Miller's there. Option by Armitage. Gets it off of Gepford for the kill. 7-5, Eastern Kentucky. Serving is Rachel Mueller. Mueller floats it. Griner's there. Gepford faked the option. Now Griner with the attack, dug by Armitage. Armitage with the left hand in front of everybody. 8-5 Eastern Kentucky. This is for the side switch right here. Mueller serves it, floats it to Griner. Gepford tracks down the pass. Now roll shot in front of everybody. Nice roll by Griner. So 8-6 on the side switch. That was a needed point for North Alabama. Griner will serve. Griner goes seam. Gets over. Gepford's there. Now Gepford will attack. She knuckles it short, but Miller's there. Now Miller attacks. She knuckles it. Griner there with the dig. Now Griner attacks. She goes down the line, gets the winner, 8-7. Nice play. Set up by the serve that got Eastern Kentucky a little bit out of system. Serving is Griner. Serves it to Mueller. Mueller on the attack. She rolls it. Right there is Griner, right in the middle. Now Griner attacks. And she cuts it into the corner, 8-8. Nice spot there for Griner on the kill. The force pair for North Alabama is up 7-6 in the second set. They took the first one. Griner serving. Tough serve. Miller's shot goes over the net. Now Gepford with the roll. Miller with the dive and the dig. And that's going to be a kill for Gepford. So 9-8 as Eastern Kentucky couldn't quite get that one up and over. So 9-8 advantage North Alabama. Griner serving.
Come on, let's go now.
Griner's tough serve played by Miller. And then on the joust, Gepford wins it. Up with both hands and just powered it down. 10-8. Gepford is a strong presence at the net, even though she's not huge. But when she gets her hands on the ball, she usually wins those jousts. Tough floating serve. Mueller plays it. Now she's going to attack. Knuckle around the block, so 10-9. That's a kill for Miller. Nice job there by her. Got it around the block, down the seam. Serving is Armitage for Eastern Kentucky. Float it. Gepford with the option and left it short. Had a good idea. But on the air, that's a point. So it's 10-10. Serving is Armitage. This is for the side switch. Floating serve, Griner with the pass. Now Griner's attacking middle. She goes corner. Nice diving dig there by Armitage. Now Armitage swings. Gets it through the block of Griner for a kill. 11-10 advantage. Eastern Kentucky on the side switch and technical timeout. North Alabama did take the first one. 21-16. Looking over on the fours, North Alabama took that one 21-16. And they are up 9-8 in set two. At the technical timeout in the exhibition, the six pairs, it's 11-10 Colonels. North Alabama up 10-8 now in the fours pair. Nothing like beach volleyball in the rain. At least it's not cold. It's about 65 degrees. All right, teams coming out back onto the court. Once again, 11-10 advantage in set 2 for Eastern Kentucky. North Alabama won the first one of this set, of this match, excuse me.
Gabby! Come on, Gabby! Come on!
All right, here we go with Armitage serving. Floats it, Griner there. Now Griner is going to attack. And she goes big, but right there is Armitage with a good overhand dig. And she tries to go short in front of Griner, but left it too short. So it's 11-11 on the attack air by Armitage. Gepford will serve now. Gepford tries to go seam, but right there's Miller. Now the knuckle attempt by Armitage. That just didn't quite look right. She didn't get much elevation, so I wonder if she kind of stumbled. But anyway, knuckled it into the net, so that's a point for North Alabama. Gepford goes to Miller. Miller on the attack out by the pin. And she goes jumbo and gets it in the corner. Got over the block. High arcing shot, lands inside, so 12-12. Mueller to serve. Floats it short. Griner's there. Now Griner's going to attack. She rolls it down the line. Miller finds it. Now Miller attacks. She rolls it seam and hits the back line. 13-12 advantage Eastern Kentucky. Miller floats this one. Griner there. Gepford plays it out of the net. Now knuckles short. Gets it over by Miller. Gepford on the attack. She goes off of Armitage for a kill. 13s. Serving is Griner. All tied up. Floats this one to Armitage. Gabby with the swing. And nice shot. Rolls it right over the top of Gepford in front of Griner. That's a kill. 14-13. So Armitage will serve for the side switch here. Floating serve. Griner with the really good pass. Griner's big swing dug by Mueller. Nice dig there. That was butter. Now, nice dig by Griner. Griner attacks. Overhead dig. Armitage. Armitage swings and gets it in the corner. 15-13 Eastern Kentucky. So nice work by the Colonels. On the side switch, serving will be Eastern Kentucky. They do have the lead in this second set. North Alabama with the lead in set 2 in the fours pair, 14-12. Serving Armitage, played by Griner. Griner's in the middle. And she rolls it long, so 16-13. Eastern Kentucky advantage. Armitage will serve. Tough serve, hits the net, bounces over, literally. 17-13 advantage North Alabama, or excuse me, Eastern Kentucky. North Alabama's taking a timeout. So timeout on the court. Eastern Kentucky with the advantage in this set. North Alabama won the first one. So Eastern Kentucky up trying to force a third set in the rain. North Alabama in the fours pair up 15-13. Make that 16-13. All right, coming out of the timeout, North Alabama's on the court. Eastern Kentucky will serve. All right, here we go. Armitage serves it to Griner. Gepford options, kills it off the 1 foot in the corner. 17-14. Gepford will serve. Gepford floats this one to Mueller. She attacks. She cuts it. Gepford's there on a nice dig. Now Gepford at the pin. Knuckles it over. Nice job to keep it alive. But Gepford's there. Now Gepford says, I'm hitting this one, but right there is Mueller. Now Mueller knuckles it. Gepford on the dig attempt. Overhead, falls down, and they just go middle just to get it over. And Gepford's there again. Gepford says, we're tired of this. Let's end it. So she does, 17-15. In that sequence, Gepford got a ton of digs, kind of everywhere. Ryan now will serve. Floats it to Mueller. Mueller with the good pass. Now she's going to attack. She goes seam. Right there is Griner with a nice dig. Now Griner attacks. Goes seam. Armitage with a good dig. And then right there on the block is Griner. 17-16 as North Alabama makes a good run. Timeout by Eastern Kentucky. So that is coming out of the timeout. That's 3 consecutive points for North Alabama, and they retain the serve. So good run there, trying to see if they can clinch this in 2, where Eastern Kentucky's trying to force a third. Great block by Paige Griner right there before the timeout. Got up with the one hand and threw it down. Good athleticism by Paige. Starting raining harder again. Like I said many times, at least it's not cold. We've been in some beach matches where it's been cold and rainy. It's just rainy right now. And it's not supposed to get cold. All right, Gepford will serve. Serves it to Mueller. She's going to attack middle. She rolls it seam. Gepford on the dive. Now Gepford's attacking. And she goes corner for the kill. Tied at 17s.
Come on now.
This is for the side switch. Floats it, center. Mueller there. And it's blocked by Griner with the one hand. She reaches out and grabs it. That's her third block of this match. Showing some good network. Gets up well for her size. 18-17, North Alabama. Gepford serving. Gepford floats it to Mueller. Mueller's on the attack. She goes line. Griner's there. Paige with the attack. And it goes long by a hair. Good, tough, aggressive swing, just a hair long. So it's tied at 18s. Mueller to serve, tied at 18s. Floating serve to Griner. Griner's going to attack. She goes deep in the boundary. It's a kill. 19-18. Went high and it died. 19-18. Griner to serve for North Alabama. Floating serve. Armitage plays it. Now she's going to attack middle. And she goes down the line, but right there is Griner, but her dig gets in the net and Gepford couldn't pull it out. So 19-19. Looking at the fours, North Alabama victorious. They took that second one, so they won the first point for North Alabama in this duel. Serving Armitage to Griner. Griner's going to attack, and she cuts it short. That's a kill, 20-19. Nice cut, shot by Paige Griner. Gepford serving here. Gepford floats it toward the middle. Mueller plays it. And a roll shot. Griner's there. Now Griner attacks. She knuckles it. Oh, it doesn't get over. Almost got over. If that gets over, that's a winner. It stuck on the top of the net and then fell. Maybe a raindrop or two kept it from falling over. But it's 20-20. Mueller served to Griner. Griner will attack. And she cuts it down the line for a kill in front of Armitage. 21-20. Griner will serve. And Griner's serve hits the top of the net. So air and a side switch to 21-21. All right, serving is Armitage. Tied at 21s. Floating serve. Griner with a nice pass. Now she's going to attack outside, and she sends it on the back line. I thought it might be long, but it was a kill. It hit the back line. So excellent work there by Griner. All right, Gepford serving. 22-21. And her serve hits the top of the net for a service there. 22. She's trying to go short. Just too short. Mueller serving. Floats it to Griner. Griner with a nice pass. Now Griner goes over the top for a kill down the line. 23-22. Griner will serve. And the rain's really coming down now. And she gets this one over. Miller's playing it. She rolls it. Gepford with the great overhead dig. Now Gepford attacks. She goes seam. Nice diving play by Armitage. Armitage swings. Dig by Griner. Now Griner attacks. Knuckles it short. Mueller gets there. Now Mueller attacks. And she gets it over for the kill. 23s. Pretty good defense right there by both squads. Mueller serving. Actually, Armitage serving. I don't know if you can tell, but it's raining hard. Armitage seam serve. Nice work there by Griner. Now she swings down the middle, kills it. 24-23. Now Gepford will serve. Gepford goes toward Miller. Miller on the attack. She gets it knuckled over Page's block for a kill. 24s. Serving. Mueller. Serves to Griner. Another good pass. She's in the middle. And she swings, but right there's Mueller with the good dig. And then a jumbo. Gepford tries to track it down, but that's going to be a kill. So 25-24 on the side switch, Eastern Kentucky. Mueller will serve.
Come on now, let's go. Find it here.
Serve to Griner. Griner with another good pass. And she knuckles it short in for a kill, 25. Serving is Griner. Griner goes seam. Good pass by Armitage. Gabby with the attack. And knuckles it short, but Griner's there. Gepford just gets it over. Now Armitage attacks again. And she goes kill on the line, going cross. 26-25, Armitage serving. This is for the second set. Floating serve, good pass by Griner. Now Griner's up to attack. And it goes long, so Eastern Kentucky takes the second set, 27-25. We're going to a third in the rain, in the hard rain. So first set won by North Alabama, 21-16. Eastern Kentucky takes the second one, 27-25. Good morning. That was Selma from Sweden waiting to play her match. She'll play as soon as this one's over. So just tuning in, we got a battle here. Eastern Kentucky just took that second set, 27-25. North Alabama took the first one, 21-16, and now they're playing the third here shortly. Yesterday, North Alabama was victorious over Austin Peay and Central Arkansas. Eastern Kentucky only had one match yesterday. They were victorious over Central Arkansas. Excuse me, they were victorious over Austin Peay. All right, 0-0. Race to 15. They only go to 15 in the third set. Unless, got to win by 2, unless it was like the last one. You just keep going until you're up by 2. Gepford serves. Hits the top of the net, rolls over, gets an ace. Right now, I can tell you this, the volleyball is getting really soggy and heavy. And it's harder to do some of the things you normally do. Serving is one of those. Gepford serves. Mueller plays it. She cuts it, but right there's Gepford. Nice dig overhead. Now Gepford knuckles it, line, kill, 2-0. Set up by a great pass overhead. Not an easy pass, but made it look easy. And then a really good set by Griner. And then Gepford had the option of, how do I want to attack this? 2-0, North Alabama. Gepford serves this one to Armitage. I think it kind of caught her off guard. They've been serving Mueller quite a bit, and that's an ace serve. 3-0, North Alabama. Gepford serves again, goes middle. This one's played by Mueller. Mueller attacks. She Knuckles it, but right there's Griner. Then Gepford Knuckles on the option for the kill. 4-0 North Alabama. Gepford serving for the side switch. She floats one to Armitage. Second ace. 5-0 North Alabama. Gepford floats this one toward Armitage. Toward Miller. Miller's cut shot finds the corner, so it's 5-1. Nice job. Miller's serving now after a good cross-court shot. She floats it. Griner with a nice pass. Now Griner's going to attack. She cuts it on the line. That's a kill. 6-1. Nice shot by Griner. Griner, as I said, freshman from Nashville. 6-1. North Alabama. Griner will serve. And she mishit that one. That was never in from the start. 6-2. Serving Armitage. Armitage with the serve. Good pass by Griner. Now Griner attacks. Big swing dug by Miller. Now Miller on the attack. She rolls it. Overhead dig. Griner. Now Griner attacks. She jumbos. Good dig by Armitage. Armitage swings off of Gepford for a kill. 6-3. North Alabama. Serving. Armitage. Floating serve. Right there's Griner. Now Griner's in the middle. She knuckles it right to Armitage. Then on the option is Miller, but Gepford's there. Now Gepford swings down the seam and gets a kill. 7-3. That was a needed point to stem the tide there for North Alabama. So North Alabama up 7-3 on the side switch. The threes pair have started for North Alabama, Eastern Kentucky. It's all tied 5-5 in that first set. Gepford serving. Floats this one. It died once it got over. Armitage played it, though. And then on the block attempt, Griner's there. Gepford fields it now as it gets over. Then Gepford swings big for the kill. Griner doing some really good network once again. She's done very well up there in this match. 8-3. Gepford floats it to Armitage. Now she's going to attack out by the pin. Big swing. It was out. And the ball landed out, but so we're going to see they're talking. Official, I think, thought it was touched, but it did go out, and it was not touched. So he's talking to him. I don't know what the outcome is going to be here. So the official said he thought it went off of Gepford's hand, so it is a point, 8-4 for Eastern Kentucky, even though Gepford said it didn't, but official thought he saw it, so you got to go with that. Miller floats a serve, gets in on Griner, but she still makes a good pass, and a big swing for a kill. So as they say, the ball doesn't lie, 9-4. Griner serving. Tough serve, hits the top of the net, somehow gets over. 10-4 North Alabama. Serving is Griner. And Griner's serve hits the top of the net, so service error point on the side switch, Eastern Kentucky. Serving Armitage. Floating serve, and that's an ace as it hits the top of the net, kind of threw the path of the ball off, makes that really hard, and went off Griner. So, you don't plan to play for balls that hit the net. Armitage serves again. This one to Griner, good pass. Griner attacks middle, and that's a kill off of the top of Mueller. 11-6. Serving is Gepford for North Alabama. Floats it. Armitage with the option. She spun it with her left hand in the corner. Nice job on the option. 11-7. Serving Mueller. Mueller floats it cross court. Right there's Griner. Now Griner's going to attack. And she goes seam, but right there's Mueller. Mueller attacks. She rolls it. Griner overhead dig. Griner's in the middle. And she knuckles it short, but right there is Mueller. And then on the short knuckle by Armitage, trying to catch everybody off guard, left it too short. So 12-7 advantage, North Alabama. Griner will serve. Griner goes cross, and it sails wide. So 12-8 advantage on the side switch, North Alabama. Serving will be Eastern Kentucky. It's 11-10 North Alabama in the threes pair in their first set. It's 7-4 North Alabama in the fives pair first set. We're in the third set here, and it's 12-8 North Alabama, but serving Eastern Kentucky. Armitage will serve. Serves cross to Griner. Griner with a nice pass. And she swings big, seam, kill. Griner does a great job right there. 13-8. Gepford will serve now.
Let's go now.
Gepford floats it. Mueller plays it. Now she's tacking middle. And she knuckles it, but it goes out. Got it over Griner. Griner's blocked about 4 or 5 in this, and I think that came into play there. Even though she didn't block that one, I know it had something in the thought process. This is serving for the match in the set. Gepford serve, Mueller plays it. Now Mueller attacks, and she jumbos it into the corner for a kill, 14-9. Serving is Mueller, and she'll get to serve till North Alabama scores, or till they win, basically. Mueller will serve, 14-9. Serve hits the net. Gepford on the option, but right there's Mueller on the nice dig. Now Mueller swings. Great dig there by Griner, but on the over is Armitage for the kill in the corner. When I see in the corner, it literally hit the corner where the boundaries intersect. 14-10, serving Mueller. Floats it to Griner. Gepford with the hand set. Griner's attack off the block for a kill and the win, 15-10. So pretty tight match. 21-16 North Alabama in the first set. 27-25 Eastern Kentucky in the second set. And then 15-10 North Alabama in the third set. So that is 2 victories today for the team. For North Alabama, they're up 2-0. The ones are getting ready to warm up. The fives are playing. They're up 11-6 for North Alabama. And it's 13-12 Eastern Kentucky in the threes. So I want to thank you for watching. The next match is a 2 p.m. start, which would be 1 p.m. Central Time. So please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can be notified whenever we get ready to start. So hit that subscribe button. But I want to thank you for watching NCAA Beach Volleyball here from Eastern Kentucky. God bless. Get him, Selma.